The fans here fired up as usual at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Chicago Bears and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
Defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bears have it.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year, the #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 44. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep. Here comes Brown. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left them nowhere to go. And no gain.
Brings up 2nd.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
Eagles first down.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. And he'll take this one in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Score Eagles 7, Bears nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. That's a short throw caught by Komet, and he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Gain of 4 yards.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's going to be taken down, but a nice return up past the 35-yard line.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Going to keep it on the option. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He's got his man. It's Smith. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for an Eagles first down.
For an Eagles first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Room to run at the 35. And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bears offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
21 yards. 1st down, Bears.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. On the give, it's Swift. And some nice footwork as he spins forward for a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. They're going to bring him down to the 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. 1st down, picked up on the ground.
A gain of 3 yards.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 14-yard line.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
It's 3rd and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. The Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and goal, Chicago.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Bears 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. TJ Edwards there on the stop.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
He's got this one complete to Goddard. And he's going to have the Eagles' 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A pass complete there to Smith. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
2nd and inches. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. First down.
That's good.
What a luxury, Mike, right? I mean, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you could just turn around, hand them the ball, and let him go get it. He's had some success already here in the first half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
6-yard pickup.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 4. Here's Barkley. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Tyreek Stevenson on the tackle. Brings up third.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. Here's third down and a few inches as we are ready to get back underway. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches.
First and 10 at the
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They'll run the counter with Barkley, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
So, from the 25, it's second and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He takes off. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone. Takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead.
Bears 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He's going to run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Open man left side, that's Zacchaeus. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that, but these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space, and he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's caught Saquon Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts will try it again. The open receiver is Dodson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Hurts going to hold on to this one, and And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Barkley. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Yeah! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Here's Williams. He'll step up and run. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And the Bears.
They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st down, Bears.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They will run it over center with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He was taken down.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Pushed out to his left. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 25
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
First and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 28, Bears 14.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Quick throw, the RPO to Goddard. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Barkley. And he did not want to go down. Good running, manages to gain 5.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
He's taken down at the
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Saquon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
Makes the score Eagles 35, Bears 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for an Eagles first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Eagles 42, Bears 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bears offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Williams. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. We'll talk things over before third down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift, and he's going to have a Bears first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Chicago.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Exiting the pocket right. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll run again. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This one from 41 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get, so kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. But I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
Their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Duvernay on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now Williams. That's complete. Some more on the right side.
Complete to number 2, DJ Moore. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Here's Williams now to throw. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Bears
11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Bears first down.
42-yard line.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama.
He was
there for the stop.
45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
23 yards on that pass play. First down, Chicago.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Bears.
Now Swift. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That's out left and complete to Burden. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down and 3. To throw is Williams. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kyle Manunga. Touchdown, Chicago.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Santos for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bears are able to edge a bit closer.
42, Bears 24.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box, but then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Now Hurts going to call his own number, and he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Eagles 49, Bears 24.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Second down, they need 3. To throw, it's Williams. Moving to his left. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first, getting it up to the 36.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to have a Bears first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
2 yards on the play.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs.
No chance at all. He'll go down. J-Licks Hunt in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Williams. Quick slant, caught by Burden. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. That's Goddard in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Once again, it's Barkley. He's got room at the 30. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Barkley. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Oh, that is terrific.
The Bears take over
out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Bears.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll run. It's Swift. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 49.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Handoff here, up the middle, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Andrew Makuba on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over.
Jalen
first
Hurts
and 10.
and the Philadelphia
At their own
offense set to
31-yard
take
line.
over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down.
Brings up second and
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
That Jalen Hurts on second down. Open man, Devontae Smith. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Man in motion is Brown. To throw on second down is Hurts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On second down, Hurts. On the move, past the 40. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On third down, it's Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
A gain of 26 yards.
A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a second and 6. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he will score! Tank Bigsby, touchdown Philadelphia. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
31.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Moving left, and he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Chicago.
A gain of 12.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another first.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's out left and complete to Burden.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
It is 3rd and long. To throw is Williams. Headed left, buying time. And he's into the end zone yet again. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bears are able to cut into the deficit.
Bears 38.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Bigsby to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, it's Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 21
He's over 100
yards.
receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Loss of 2.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
A second down throw for Hurts. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Third, they need 8. Now Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Moore going in motion. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that will lead to a second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll step up and run. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 21
They get 21 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Williams. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Bears first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
Over the middle, that's Kmet. And he's into the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bears are able to edge a bit closer.
Eagles 56, Bears 45.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Hurts in trouble, and down he goes.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
This a must-stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 33-yard line.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. The defense not biting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Now Hurts going to call his own number. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to sneak it here. They're going to bring him down to the 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down, picked up on the ground.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. A first down throw for Hurts. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
A 2-yard loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw toward the middle. That's caught by Moore.
Williams pass. Complete to DJ Moore. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
They come up for 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.